Hi everybody, and welcome back to Women in Global E-commerce. I hope that you are enjoying the day so far today and you're getting an awful lot out of it. So for this next speaker, we have invited Philippa Halliday from OnBuy.com, which is the world's fastest growing marketplace. Philippa is OnBuy's head of communications, and she has shaped the company's branding, communications, and tone of voice from its very beginning. Overseeing all internal and external communications with creative flair, Philippa drives OnBuy's communication strategy with a blend of passion and expertise. Now, this particular one, Philippa couldn't be here live with us today, so we are going to be listening to a pre-recorded presentation, but we will ensure that any questions that you do have can also be fielded towards Philippa at OnBuy, and that's not a problem at all. So let's get stuck into it.
Hello. I'm Philippa, Head of Communications at OnBuy.com, the fastest growing marketplace in the world. I want to say thank you for having me. It's really great to be here. Today, I'll be sharing some insights with you into OnBuy, what our marketplace does, why it's different, what this means for retailers and the global e-commerce industry. And I'm also going to go into our current globalization and how we can help you grow your business and brand on a global scale. First of all, I'm going to cover a quick history of OnBuy and what we are. OnBuy is a B2C online marketplace launched in November 2016 by our founder and CEO, Kaz Payton. Kaz had worked in the industry as an e-commerce consultant for many years before he launched OnBuy. He'd worked with global retailers, distributors, brands, manufacturers, and everyone in between, so he really knew the e-commerce space inside and out. He noticed a gap in the market for a marketplace that wouldn't compete with its sellers and could ultimately provide customers with a better shopping experience. So OnBuy was created to fill that gap. We were founded on principles of fairness, transparency, and ethics. We carry these values throughout everything we do today, from our carefully thought out process for onboarding our sellers through to our recruitment strategy to ensure we're inclusive and we promote policies that support diversity, all the way through to how we communicate with our team, partners, sellers, and customers. OnBuy is a true marketplace, so we don't compete with our sellers through selling our own products, and we never will. Instead, we focus all of our efforts on driving growth and creating sales for our sellers. We've really leveled the playing field for online retailers, and we offer them partnership, not competition, which ultimately allows us to provide our customers with a better shopping experience. Our approach and our unique model have led us to become the world's fastest growing marketplace. We don't intend to stop there. As you can see from the graph, our growth has absolutely skyrocketed. We've achieved an unparalleled 24,000% growth in the 4 years since our launch, which goes to show that there's such a strong need for a marketplace like ours with fairness, transparency, and ethics at its core. And as we're not a retailer, we're a true marketplace. Every pound on OnBuy is a pound for an independent business. So all of our success and our growth directly benefits the thousands of independent businesses selling through our platform. 4 years in, we have over 7,000 sellers and more than 8 million customers. We have over 35 million products at the moment, with more being added every day as new retailers join us or existing retailers expand their ranges. We're seeing upwards of 600 new retailers join us every month, and this figure keeps increasing. While the industry as a whole saw an incredible boom last year due to the pandemic, as we all know, we've achieved over 600% year-on-year growth for the past 3 years in a row, again showcasing just how much the industry needs a marketplace like OnBuy and how much retailers and customers alike see the value in our offering. This makes OnBuy a really smart choice for businesses looking to increase their online sales, as they can join us now and benefit from incremental revenue growth. Our growth is only set to increase as we're currently in the process of expanding across the world, which is incredibly exciting. We'll be live in over 140 countries around the world by year end 2023, giving us the widest reach of any online marketplace in the world. To accommodate our incredible growth, we're going to be opening up an office in Manchester soon to complement our pool headquarters. We aim to hire at least 100 people there over the next couple of years. Going into our globalization a bit more, as I mentioned, we'll be live in over 140 countries in the next couple of years, making us the world's first truly global marketplace. Our incredibly wide reach means that we'll be able to give retailers really easy access to booming and untapped markets alike. Countries we're targeting include India, the United States, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, and Hong Kong, just to name a few. Our setup allows us to scale really easily. We've made it as easy as possible for our sellers to scale their businesses with us as well. We've removed some of the common barriers to expansion that businesses usually face, and we have a strong network of global partnerships to help with everything from VAT compliance to fulfillment. We do currently offer sellers access to a very large audience of over 8 million customers, but ultimately our globalization gives us the opportunity to massively expand their reach and offer them access to a world of buyers through one convenient platform. Our globalization is going to be incredibly rewarding for our sellers, and I'm going to touch on just a few of the benefits for them. To really streamline their global selling, retailers can sell to the entire world through one account. They'll have full control over this as well. As with everything we do, we put the power in our sellers' hands and give them full control over their selling experience. So whether they choose to sell to 10 countries, whether they sell to 100 countries or somewhere in between, we'll make it all just as easy. It's completely their choice. They can choose exactly where they'd like to sell to. We also offer optional automatic translation and currency conversion services. So sellers can switch on automatic translation and currency conversions, or they can create their own custom setups to suit them, their choice. They can expand without risk. They'll be able to enter new markets very quickly and very easily. They can simply add a new country to their existing dashboard rather than having to invest their time and money setting up a new website, for example, focusing on building up a customer base in that market, then spending money on marketing to drive traffic to their website to try to grow their sales. We've done all of that for them, and we're going to obviously be investing in localized marketing, which comes at no extra cost to our sellers. So all they have to do is tell us where they'd like to sell and then let us do the rest. With new markets come new opportunities. If you're only selling to one market, for example, the UK, you only have UK customers, and you can, of course, look to take advantage of the UK shopping events and peak seasons like Black Friday and Christmas. But with access to a global market comes access to global opportunities to grow your sales. For example, many retailers sell seasonal goods. So by expanding their reach beyond borders, they can tap into the peak of another market during the lulls in their home market. We've also made international delivery and fulfillment simple as well, which I'll touch on more in the next couple of slides. As our retailers tap into trends, events, and peak seasons around the world, we'll be leaning into this to continue their success. I will touch on this point in more detail later on, but we run site-wide sale events which drive enormous amounts of traffic to our site. For example, Black Friday, our sale event resulted in £2.5 million made in sales for our sellers alone, just on one day. And we'll be replicating these sales events around the world to tap into global events and drive success for our sellers. Another great aspect to our globalization is that retailers can sell anywhere and get paid pretty much instantly on dispatch. Again, I'll touch on this point in more detail later on, but as soon as sellers dispatch their items, they get paid immediately rather than being made to wait for their funds, which will bring their business a lot more fluidity and agility. Just like our entire selling experience, we aim to make global expansion really simple and streamlined for our sellers. We've tried to remove the common barriers that come with expansion, letting them scale across and beyond borders with ease. We support our sellers during this in a range of areas, including currency conversion and translation, as I mentioned, and our robust network of partnerships will help them along the way, covering everything from tax compliance to localized fulfillment. And we're also launching the OnBy Fulfillment network, which will help them streamline their delivery and fulfillment operations around the globe. OnBuy is a viable route to market for businesses and brands of all sizes and types, whether they sell beauty products, they're a specialist tool seller, or maybe they're a home decor brand, spanning thousands of categories. We're open to them all and we can help them all grow their businesses. We work only with professional registered businesses or sole traders, not private sellers. So we truly believe in leveling the playing field for all online retailers, no matter their size or what they sell. All of our sellers are given the same benefits, the same fixed fees, and the same marketing tools as all of our other sellers. We've underpinned this with our transparent fee guarantee, which promises that all sellers pay the same fees, so retailers don't have the concern that their competitors might be having an unfair advantage, and they know that everybody's on an equal footing. Our approach appeals to both SMEs and household names, whether they're selling exclusively through OnBuy or adding our platform to their multi-channel strategy. Notable sellers on OnBuy include Swan, Halliday, Zavvi, and a bookstore, Wordery. We're onboarding new sellers all the time. As I mentioned, we signed up over 600 new retailers last month alone, and this number keeps increasing month on month. Sellers are really keen to sell with OnBuy as we offer a range of benefits. As you know by now, we work with, not in competition against, our sellers. We offer the level playing field for sellers of every size. We also have competitive selling fees of just 5 to 9%. We charge 5% on consumer electronics and white goods and 9% on everything else. So our fee structure is really transparent, really easy to understand. We don't charge any listing fees either. Sellers can list 10 products, 10 million products for free. And we also offer immediate payment. We're actually the only UK marketplace to offer immediate payment, as I've touched on, and we'll go into in more detail later. Our platform has been designed from the ground up to really see our sellers succeed. So selling on OnBuy is very simple. We operate a catalogue system, which is really straightforward for them to list on. By using this system, we've also streamlined the shopping experience for buyers by collating all listings of a product onto one page to save them looking through pages and pages of the same item from different sellers. On that product page, we'll show retailers their prices, their delivery times, and their reviews, making it really easy for customers to compare sellers and choose who to buy from. Sellers can list really easily using their GS1 barcodes and easily import products or use our listing creation system or one of the many channel systems that we're integrated with. We have 17 departments and thousands of categories spanning everything from baby supplies and books to tools, toys and tech, making OnBuy the perfect choice for a wide range of retailers to grow their sales through. We're seeing growth across the board, although consistently popular categories do include furniture, electronics, entertainment, toys, fitness equipment and gardening goods, to name just a few. It's worth noting that there are certain items that can't be sold through our marketplace. For example, event tickets, not that we need those at the moment. As I mentioned, we're the only marketplace where sellers get paid immediately. We've been partnered with PayPal as our payment gateway since 2018. This partnership means that we never hold sellers' money and they can be paid instantly on item dispatched instead of having to wait for their funds, which can be up to 14 days on other marketplaces. Whereas on OnBuy, if you've sold it and you've sent it, you get paid for it, which is really great for enhancing your cash flow. This partnership also adds another layer of security to the OnBuy experience. Sellers and buyers know they have secure encrypted transactions, and they're also protected through the PayPal buyer and seller protection schemes for up to 180 days after the order was placed. Moving on to marketing, I'll touch on a couple of different strategies that sellers can use to maximize their sales on OnBuy. We promote sellers' products for free as part of the service, but sellers can choose to ramp this up if they want to. We offer a risk-free ad service called Boost. Boost is a really easy way for sellers to maximize their exposure. Sellers can increase their visibility on site and invest in additional marketing through adding a fixed fee of their choice to their listings. Sellers are given complete flexibility. They can promote an individual listing, their full range of products. They could also choose to promote products from a particular brand or category. They have complete control in this as well. They can choose how much they want to boost by and turn it off at any time. We won't lock them into contracts or anything like that. And the best part about Boost is that while most ad services will charge you per click or impression, which can definitely add up, on OnBuy, they only pay when they actually make a sale through Boost. Sellers don't have to pay up front. They literally just pay as they sell. We also have a tool called Sale Price that lets sellers easily discount their products to offer buyers savings, which will naturally draw more attention to their products and help them grow their sales. We've made this process as simple inventory in just a few clicks. Sellers can choose to discount single listings, their entire inventory, products from a brand or category, which is really perfect for tying in with seasonal events and sales. And they can even apply a range of filters to customize their sales to best suit them. As I touched on earlier, we run site-wide price crash events in conjunction with key shopping events such as Black Friday. And during these events, we will discount every single one of the millions of products on site ourselves at no extra cost to our sellers. We're actually the only marketplace to approach our sales events in this way, where we cover the costs ourselves rather than pushing our retailers to lower their prices, which just underpins our commitment to seeing our sellers succeed. We designed our sale price tool so that sellers' discounts and ours would combine during our price crash events, giving sellers an even bigger boost. I'd like to touch on connectivity and highlight again just how easy OnBuy is to use for sellers. We've invested heavily in connectivity and have partnered with a variety of companies to improve the OnBuy seller experience. From industry-leading channel systems to help streamline their operations across all their channels, through to fulfillment companies to really help streamline their delivery and fulfillment operations. We've got a long list of partners that can help all retailers really make the most of selling on OnBuy. Leads me to the OnBuy Fulfillment Network. As I mentioned before, we're launching the OnBuy Fulfillment Network with many of the world's biggest logistics companies, which will help sellers optimize their delivery and fulfillment operations to provide an even better service for customers. If a retailer is gaining traction in France, for example, and they want to move products closer to those customers, they can simply select a provider with local operations and start keeping products in France to reduce their delivery times and ultimately improve their sales. Not only are more and more sellers realizing the incredible value of a marketplace like OnBuy and the global opportunity that we present them, but customers are too. With over 8 million customers and counting, consumer awareness and engagement with OnBuy is at an all-time high and rising constantly. As it stands, we have over 24,000 Trustpilot reviews with a really strong 4.6 out of 5 rating. With 605% growth last year, 2020 was actually a really landmark year for OnBuy and our sellers, boosted by our most wide-scale campaign yet. We are so committed to our sellers' success. We invested £5 million in Q4 marketing to drive their sales even more during the peak season. We also launched a price crash, a £50 million price crash for Black Friday, and we bolstered this with a huge TV campaign on ITV and YouTube, as well as a fleet of billboards and out-of-home media, as you can see in the picture, to increase consumer awareness and drive even more sales for our sellers. Our TV advert wasn't limited to Black Friday. This aired across ITV's main channels for several weeks and ultimately reached over 44 million consumers across the UK. To sum this up, we are in a position that no other marketplace has been in. We're witnessing unmatched growth and invigorating the e-commerce industry through our model and values of fairness, transparency and ethics. I said earlier that we wouldn't stop at being the world's fastest growing marketplace, and I meant it. We're on a mission to bring fair, transparent and ethical e-commerce around the world and create that success for our sellers on a global scale, while offering consumers across the world more choice, more savings and more convenience than ever before. If you are a retailer and you're watching this, I would say there's never been a better time to join OnBuy. I've shown you already how our unique approach and model will hugely benefit your business, and I've discussed the immense growth opportunity presented by our globalization. So head to onbuy.com/sell, get the ball rolling and start benefiting from our incremental revenue gains. I would also recommend that you follow OnBuy on LinkedIn to watch our incredible journey as it unfolds and stay up to date with all the latest. I would also encourage you to connect with me on LinkedIn if you want to. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have, discuss anything in more detail, or even see how our businesses could work together as OnBuy continues expanding around the globe. Thank you.
Hi, Charlie.
Hi, Emma. That was great. Have you got any thoughts to add on that?
Yeah, a couple of interesting points I thought, and if anyone's got any questions, please do answer them into the chat box. I thought what was interesting was the one account for the global reach, in particular in the new markets they're going into, like India and Singapore. And I think obviously India is a huge market in terms of e-commerce for British brands as well, but also notoriously a little bit difficult. So
Of
the
course,
fact that
yeah.
OnBuy offers that route to market, I think that's really quite exciting, actually. I do know a fact about OnBuy is that Philippa was talking about when they did their sale before Christmas. Whereas other marketplaces asked the discounts from their sellers, it was OnBuy that actually paid for that. So that was something about the fairness and the transparency and supporting everybody on a level playing field as well. They definitely delivered on that for Black Friday and their Christmas promotion. Yeah. What about you? What were your takeouts from it, Charlie?
Yeah, I mean, like we've heard a lot about OnBuy, really, haven't we, Emma, with our jobs over the last sort of 6 months, 12 months maybe as well. And it really is an up and coming marketplace. So I am talking about it more and more with my clients now, just to sort of see if that's a helpful route to market. Because of course, these marketplaces are great for testing the market out as well.
Yeah.
So get on a marketplace, get into a new market, test it out, see if whether your products are even going to sell. See if you need to modify your product. Like if you are going to be selling into India via OnBuy, do you need to modify them in any way for the market?
Yeah. Yeah.
For any cultural differences or anything like that at all. So yeah, I think OnBuy is definitely something to look into. And of course, we're here at DIT. We can help you, with various aspects of getting onto a new marketplace and e-commerce and all that lovely stuff that we help with. So yeah, I think we haven't really had any questions through. No. So I think what we're going to do. I
just want to make one point, if that's okay, yeah. Charlie. Sorry, I was just thinking when Philippa was speaking then about OnBuy and the marketplaces, and obviously we recommend marketplaces quite a lot. But I thought it was very interesting what Judith said at the beginning of this morning's session about the premium luxury brand for the leather items, the luxury bags. And it's interesting they said that they met with an e-commerce advisor who suggested marketplaces. Now, obviously, a lot of luxury or premium brands don't consider marketplaces, so I think that was quite interesting that they actually did adopt the marketplace route to market and have since been very successful because of that. So I think it is very much, isn't it? Not all marketplaces are the same. And it is choosing the right ones. So
yeah, I think we're so used to Amazon. Amazon is so integrated into our daily lives, and I think when you have a luxury brand, you might just think to yourself, right, Amazon is just nowhere near anywhere good enough for me and my brand to be on. Amazon, they whatever or think about Amazon, you kind of think to yourself, oh no, mine's far too luxury. I don't need to anybody to drive my price down or anything like that. But it's just like you say, Emma. There are marketplaces that are suitable for luxury brands, and it doesn't have to be Amazon. And I know that Amazon is very dominating worldwide, and it is in a lot of markets. But yes, you don't have to necessarily always be on Amazon for your luxury brand. So yeah, great point, Emma. I really like that.
And B2B marketplaces as well. And I think that leads us into the session after lunch, doesn't it?
Yes, yeah, that's
segue.
Right. So yeah, so in the session after lunch, we've got 3 sessions left actually of the day. So the first one is all to do with the rise of B2B marketplaces. So we have a fantastic speaker, Kathy Osborne, coming on board. The next session after that is all about how to engage with your customers with AI voice assistants, which is going to be really futuristic and awesome. I think that's going to be great for some brands out there. And then the very last session, I'm going to be holding a panel discussion with 3 of our most wonderful Southwest businesses. They're all retail businesses, and they are going to be talking with me about how basically they just took on the world. They started exporting, they grew, and how amazing they're doing now. So it's going to be a great afternoon. I know not everybody is booked on for every single session, so hopefully I will see some people in some sessions, and yeah, we'll get on with our day. So we're going to break for lunch now, and it's going to be we're going to be coming back into our next session at 1:30. So if you are booked on for that B2B Marketplace one, then please click the link for the 1:30 session just a couple of minutes before, and we'll get started then.
Thanks, Charlie.
Thanks, everybody. See you in a minute.